This is a very classic and influential book that actually connects psychology and economics. This author, Daniel Kahneman, was the first Nobel Prize winner in economics because of his psychology work. It's a very, very difficult book. I have to read 3 times before I feel a little bit more comfortable in understanding it. The book is about 3 main concepts, and all of them make me understand how impression, judgment, decisions are being made by us. A lot of them seems like common sense, but common sense in itself actually can be biased. The first one is System 1 and System 2. System 1 is a fast, automatic operation. It utilizes associated memory to construct a coherent interpretation of what is going on in our world with whatever information come to our mind. And System 2 is a slow, controlled operations of your mind. It uses statistical thinking in a orderly way. Okay, they cannot be multitasked. And then the other concept talked about in the book is classical economics versus behavioral economics. A lot of time we think the economic findings are rational, but actually it's not. Like for example, we want to find a pattern of the data, even though the data actually is statistically irrelevant, but you still want to try to get a pattern because your mind tries to make things simple. And then the last concept they talk about is the experiencing self and remembering self. The experienced self actually is only temporary and cannot be stored, and it also subject to duration omission. The remembering self is the memory that we store in our mind. It provides the memory needed in System 1 operation, because System 1 try to draw memory and try to draw a conclusion. I really encourage you guys to read the book. It's very interesting. Actually, this can trace back to our ancestor. We are engineers to detect and react to dangers in a fast and swift way so that we can protect ourselves. So System 1 is designed to do so. Also, we need to reserve energy as much as possible because we don't know when is the next meal. System 2 consumes a lot of energy when they is active, not only on the brain, but also physically. Okay, people don't like it. Laziness is built deep into our nature. This also means that we like to form impression or judgment based on our limited memory of history. The next thing is, based on that, you will transform to the actions subconsciously. Sometimes you make the decision that you don't really know. This can cause bias. Also, some common bias for System 1 called heuristics is subconsciously, when we face with a difficult question, we often answer it with the easier one instead, usually without noticing the substitution. Priming effect, like you just precondition people. Halo effect, and what the author called, what you see is all there is. It means whatever you see, you believe this is all, so we can jump to conclusion very easily. For classical economics and behavioral economics, people can draw wrong conclusion based on feeling and memory, but not statistically right. One of the law called law of small numbers. People will usually overlook small sample size and then just go ahead and believe in it because it's easy to believe in something. Lastly, the experienced self and remembering self. The remembering self can expose us to unnecessary ordeals because we only remember the feeling during the peak or the end episode of experience. So this is like a remember self. It actually is fooling you. I think training is very important. Just like I said that our System 2 is very lazy. Similar to playing any sports. If you don't train it, you will be never good at it. Use your hard work, try to think more, try to doubt yourself a little bit more, and then you will train your System 2 more efficient, and you're willing to use that System 2 to make decisions. Okay, that can be a funny one. When I start my career as a purchasing agent, I look young and I'm small, so I have an innocent look. A lot of people are saying that negotiating with me is easy to be cheated because that they think I'm innocent and I'm honest and I'm not tricky. Okay, this is a bias towards me, but actually I use my brain a lot when I try to negotiate.